Mary Patan became one of these people you couldn't overlook on Storage Wars with her quirky attraction and a magical knack for turning junk into gold. She changed into the type of person who made you prevent and watch whether or not she was bidding on storage gadgets full of thriller or reworking rusty antiques into jaw-dropping creations. Mary constantly added something special to the display, however. Then, much like that, she disappeared from the highlight. No large farewell, no statement, just off the display. It left enthusiasts wondering what passed off to Mary. Did she go away? The Garage Locker International for accurate? Is she nonetheless hunting for treasures? Mary Pond failed to develop up, dreaming of bidding wars, or dusty garage gadgets packed with mysterious treasures. However, life has a humorous way of taking us down surprising roads. Born on August 24th, 1980, in Dallas, Texas, Mary changed into always the creative kind. Did you already know that? Mary comes from a circle of relatives with little bit of a showbiz historical past. Her father, John Pon, changed into a well-known businessman. However, her mother, Teresa, had an interesting profession as a Texas real property agent, maybe. It is where Mary discovered to identify the hidden ability in things. It looks like a family trait, to see value in which others don't. She had a watch for beauty in the handiest matters, which makes feel when you pay attention, in which she started in the back of the lens of a digital camera. She studied photojournalism on the University of Texas at Austin, where she found out to seize tales with simply one click on after completing college. Mary Patan's first huge step in the professional world took her instantly to the heart of New York City. Are you able to imagine a small metropolis lady from Texas unexpectedly in the large leagues working as an editor at Architectural Digest, one of the most prestigious layout magazines out there? It was like stepping into a global of luxury, creativity, and cutting-edge layout. She turned into surrounded through high-stop furnishings, swanky interiors, and ETG, beautiful areas. It seemed just like the dream process for all people who had a ardor for layout. Do you ever find yourself noticing things others don't, like vintage homes or forgotten gadgets with capacity? It truly is how Mary felt whenever she walked via New York streets or flipped via design magazines. She knew there was something to be said, approximately vintage, approximately the testimonies behind the matters people tossed aside. Even though Mary turned into on this glamorous world, something felt off. She loved the creativity, certain, but New York was fast, and it didn't have the identical allure that she grew up with. She wasn't simply inquisitive about the bright, highly priced stuff. She found herself attracted to the antique, the worn out, the hidden, treasures that others unnoticed. She could spot beauty in an old timber chair or a rusty sign the instant others might skip them. By using as a great deal as she cherished layout, the fast-paced town existence wasn't exactly a perfect and shaped for Mary. She overlooked the palms on creativity inside the thrill of discovering something surprising. That's when she had a light bulb second. Why simply admire lovely matters while you can create them. It really is, whilst it hit her, she didn't just want to respect design, she desired to create it. And so Mary started out shifting her cognizance and returned to Texas and opened a small boutique called Mary's Finds. Her shop became a treasure trove of antique pieces, upcycled furniture, and quirky antiques posed junkyard meets art gallery. However, Mary didn't simply sell stuff, she advised memories through. Each piece she curated, humorous how a lady with a digicam in New York ended up digging through garage gadgets in Texas proper. But it truly is just the start of her tale. As a younger woman, Mary Padian changed into already catching eyes, no longer simply due to her infectious persona, but because she had that specific blend of beauty and brains her. Short, wit, and infectious smile made her stand out, but it was her eye for hidden gemstones that really set her aside in spite of her simple charm. And beauty rumors about Mary's relationship popularity have usually been a bit of a fancy. Fans have often speculated approximately her love existence, in particular with how captivating and magnetic she is on display screen. Her thriller is predicated on her being on a reality show wherein relationships and personal drama frequently take center stage. Mary has usually stored her private existence just that private. Perhaps it's due to the fact she became so centered on her ardor for antique finds and building her business, or perhaps it's due to the fact Mary just likes to maintain matters non-public. However, The fact is, she changed into hardly ever seen with associate before she made onto Storage Wars. A few fans even commenced to wonder, how is a person like her no longer in a relationship in spite of everything? She had all the features humans look for: stunning, clever, and a laugh to be round. However, Mary's focus turned into constantly extra at the things that simply lit her up, like her shop, Mary's Finds, and her creative ventures. She seemed to locate achievement in constructing some thing for herself, in place of looking for a courting that could distract her from her desires. Even though there were no principal headlines or gossip approximately, her love life before the show that failed to prevent her from turning into a fan, favored her appeal and warm persona made her exceedingly likable, and it wasn't lengthy earlier than people have been asking, is Mary seeing everybody? However, even when the cameras rolled, she maintained a sense of mystery when it came to her relationships. And who should blame her now onto something with a purpose, to surprise you consider it, or now not earlier than? She became the celebrity all of us understand from Storage Wars. She absolutely gained a web maximum. In all likelihood, to become a reality TV famous person award sounds quite wild proper. Who should have expected that an unusual young lady running a antique keep in Texas might one day be running through storage units on TV? However, it turns out the signs and symptoms have been already there. It's almost like fate was giving Mary P. a little nudge earlier than she even knew what turned into coming. So while Mary gained the most probably to emerge as a reality TV star award online, it felt like a sign that her destiny had become already being written. You can almost hear the universe whispering, "Get equipped, Mary. Something huge is coming." It wasn't lengthy after that she were given the decision to join Storage Wars Texas, and the whole thing seemed to fall into region. It changed into like, that award wasn't just a laugh little prediction, it became extra, like an early clue that Mary was on the route to something fantastic. She changed into already being noticed, already status out. And when the producers spotted her in 2012, Cool Methods first up permits talk about Mary's reveals. With the give up of storage warfare, Mary went full throttle into growing her vintage shop. She had continually been obsessed on locating treasures, and now she had even more time to awareness on her enterprise. She did not simply prevent at her physical shop, she accelerated her online presence, giving extra humans the chance to store her hand-picked vintage gadgets. Whether or not it's quirky, furniture-specific decor, or one-of-a-kind, reveals Mary's keep have become a pass-to for humans seeking to add a bit character to their houses. The transition from TV V-star to businesswoman felt like a natural flow, and Mary made it her very own. However, this is not all. Mary has kept her social media sport robust. She's super energetic on Instagram, wherein she shares the whole lot from DIY initiatives to her ultra-modern vintage treasures. It is like getting a top backstage of Mary's reveals, and her non-public lifestyles enthusiasts get to peer her passion for design, her love for cooking, or even a few personal updates here and there. It is not just about selling her business, it is about staying linked to her audience and sharing what makes her tick. You could tell that Mary enjoys engaging along with her fans and showing off her innovative facet. Plus, she's usually got that identical infectious power that made her such a hit on Storage Wars. Apart from running her enterprise and posting her ultra-modern unearths, Mary also makes occasional public appearances, whether or not she's attending antique markets, participating in pop-up activities, or connecting with fans at special meet and greets. She's still a lot part of the Vintage and Indoors Design International. It's like she by no means simply left. It is simply that now she's on her own. Phrases, people. Nevertheless, love to meet the woman at the back of the treasure hunty unpersona. And Mary enjoys getting the hazard to engage with her fans in real life in these kinds of busy lifestyles. It appears our girl Mary still is aware of a way to take a breather with juggling her thriving enterprise, her public appearances, and her social media presence. She's managed to hold a solid courting ship together with her boyfriend Dylan, whom she met some years in the past. While Mary may not be married, but she and Dylan seem to have built a strong, supportive bond they have got controlled to preserve their courting exceedingly low-key, which is probably why enthusiasts do not see lots of him on her social media or within the public eye. But from what we do see, it's clean that Dylan is someone who values her space, helps her passions, and is a huge part of her existence, whether or not they may be exploring new places, sharing quiet second moments collectively, or taking part in her antique reveals. Mary and Dylan's courting seems to be in a terrific vicinity built on love and mutual respect. Mary Pond and Dylan reportedly met a few years ago, however. Not a good deal is thought about the exact details in their first meeting. Plainly, they get on well fast, with Mary bringing up him every so often in social media posts. They've kept the beginning in their dating particularly non-public, and Mary has never long gone into too much detail about how they met, but she's made it clean that Dylan is someone unique to her. Fanatics first started to find out approximately Mary's courting while she posted a few snapshots of them collectively on her Instagram. Mary has a tendency to proportion personal moments on her social media, and her fans picked up on the diffused tips approximately Dylan over time. Enthusiasts started out to apprehend him in her posts, and that's how most of her target market discovered approximately her boyfriend Dylan's appearances on Mary's social media have remained pretty low-key. And it's clean that Mary values the privacy. She shared glimpses in their dating, like moments from holidays, casual outings, or simply the two of them enjoyable at home, whilst a few fanatics had been curious about the details in their courting. Mary has usually been respectful of their private lifestyles, letting her fans enjoy her posts without oversharing. So, at the same time, as Mary hasn't made a massive public announcement about how they met, it's clean that their relationship is strong. Fans have come to comprehend the glimpses into her non-public life, and it's clean to look that she's stored matters actual, focusing on her career, her passions, and her reference to Dylan. However, here's the component given how a good deal we've got come to realize about Mary over time. We cannot help, however, wonder what is subsequent for her and Dylan. Do we see extra of their dating in the future, or will they maintain matters beneath wraps? Simplest, time will inform, but one aspect for positive Mary's journey, both in love and in life, by no means fails to depart us curious about what's coming next.